EFCC have been ordered by President Bola Tinubu to unfreeze Osun State government accounts. According to the report, President Bola Tinubu says that he feels deeply embarrassed by the timing of the freezing of the Osun State government account because their governorship election is in a couple of days. So President Bola Tinubu is saying that he's not embarrassed about EFCC doing their job, but he's embarrassed because of the timing. He feels deeply embarrassed. So the account is going to be, unfreeze by EFCC based on President Bola Tinubu's instruction. Now, there's something about this. There's something about this report that I'm just reading here. Looking at the report, it says, President Tinubu stressed that since assuming office, he had maintained that anti-corruption and law enforcement agencies should operate independently, professionally, and without political interferences. This is Aaron's nonsense, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we all know what's happening, because if EFCC is actually operating based on what President Bola Tinubu said, professionally and independently without political interferences, people like Akpabio, people like Dave Umahi, people like Oju Zokano, Godswill Emefiele, people like Malami, people like Farouk, people like Bello, people like, in fact, all of them, Matawale, all of them should be in jail. They should have been OGs. They should have been Oga Patapata in Kuje prisons and Kirikiri prison. They should have no business in governance. They should have no business at the Senate. So, President Bola Tinubu, this one invalidates everything we see you doing. And the main reason why EFCC freezed the Osun State government account was because they found irregularity movements of funds. 11 billion, they couldn't account how government officials were moving money, receiving money, and using the account. After a small investigation, that was why they freeze the account. But however, President Bola Tinubu gave them the order to unfreeze the account. So they are going to unfreeze the account because of the timing. Not because they are right or wrong. Just the timing. It is well.
Wait to you get what everybody understand for this Osun State election that they do so. Wait, EFCC go freeze the account. Tinubu can say, make them unfreeze that they can go unfreeze that. Wait. Hope say no be Davido post where Davido say if they do anyhow, say you go report Tinubu to Donald Trump. Hope say not be that one make Tinubu the coordinator. No, if not that one, may they just allow this man just win. If not, if not, see all the old rigging strategies we say they get, may they close down. Because if that election no hold well, if that election no hold well, they go use that Osun State election as an example for us to tell us say this presidential election for next year, no mago. Sure, you understand? See, the earlier the better. I know Tinubu now, president of Nigeria, he be like tortoise. It get brain. It don't code say if anything go wrong there, it could be the problem. That make.
Please, there's a serious information. I wanted to sleep. I could not sleep. This happened, and if you see me, I carry towel, but want to go bath. I know if you go bath. Just be like if I never do the video, I know if you bath. Yes, the gods is warning concerning the election of Osun State, where Davido uncle is the governor of the state. Osun people, you people should stand for justice, equity, and fairness. Because when God bring rose for una, He bring happiness for una, He bring joy for una. At the end of the day, you people know why enjoy that joy and happiness for 8 years. It's in your hand as Osun people. I don't know anybody in Osun State. I don't even know the governor in Osun State. I've not seen Davido uncle or Davido have seen me. But I'm led by the gods to say this. Osun, come together and support what you like. What you know that is giving you joy. What you know that is that what una sabi say, now they rule una. And una state, they go siriri werere. Make una stand up for that same mandate. Make una hold and tight. Make una no gree for anybody. Make una not grieve for anything. Because the gods is warning seriously. Please, INEC in Osun State, police in Osun State, lawyers, judge, magistrates, anything you are in Osun State, let them be peace. Let them be free, fair election. Except the blood of Osun, they sweet una to suck. If una not say the blood of Osun is not sweeting people to suck, let Osun State people have their free, fair election. Because how many days to election? Una close First Bank when it belongs to the workers, when it belongs to the state. Not be say belong to the governor. The governor, they usually they service the state. They pay workers. They pay people. Make Osun State they happy. Now that bank, EFCC, now that bank will not go close. I believe that the EFCC chairman, you call yourself a pastor. You also call yourself a Christian. You also call yourself a born again. Check your conscience. Whatever will they do for this earth, it end in this earth. When anybody faces judgment before a creator, what is your impact? When consciousness of money, when consciousness of evil is pushing people to do evil, I don't know what really profit you people. Do the right thing. EFCC chairman, irrespective of anybody when they send you. For once, somebody should stand in this country, Nigeria, and say, I resign for me to do evil. I resign for me to touch the heart of human being. I resign for me to touch the heart of the poor. I resign for me to frustrate a state. Once in this country, let a judge in Nigeria make Nigeria to be proud for once and say, I resign to do evil. I resign to gain by self-empty. They don't go fit because of money, because of position. Forget about when they call this man when the 2019, I be 2019, when Buhari they use them oppress Nigerians, use and short banks. Poor people were dying for their sweat. Poor people, I'm fule, I'm Poor people die in the bank for their sweat. Poor people was crying for their money. No food, no water. Their children could not go to school. Nothing was happening because of a fulele, the data man, when he was the chairman of NBA Bank. I better they call him. But today, how does it go? Today, where are they? They don't seize all the property. They don't seize all the money. What shall it profit you? Whatever una they do, make una they get conscience, say, who that fight and run away is coming to fight another day. Man, they get conscience, say, anything one they do, Nigerians, the gods are watching. God Almighty is watching. Please, EFCC chairman, without fear or favor, open that First Bank. Let Adeleke pay his workers. Let the governor of Osun State pay their worker. Let them do what they used to, what they go use their money do for their states. It don't reach where Nigeria go get sense. When we don't go allow people where they power, they push you people to do what is not right, and you people are doing it. Make una use amefulele, abi amefuele. Take him get sense. Make una use amefuelele, abi amefuelele. Take get sense. Because any pit when they dig, they never cover and finish you. Many of you will continue to fall inside. But now the one when they say I disagree, now I go jump that pit pass. If I die today, I die hero. I'm not saying nobody they give me money. Now one room I they live. Now one toilet I they use. But let me stand for justice, equity, and fairness and truth to speak for this country to be great. What did they worry on EFCC? What is you people's problem? They go send you and go. Okay, wait till they gonna close that bank now. What is Osun people's what is those people offense? What is the governor's offense? The governor Deleke, I don't know his name, the governor of Osun State. What it be the man offense? What it be Davido uncle offense? Say because he be governor of a state, or decide to be APC, he choose his own party. So in Nigerian, somebody cannot choose the party he wants to work for, or he wants to belong, must he belongs to the party that he don't want. Where is this oppression coming from? Enough is enough. When Nigerian and everybody will stand and speak is enough. Otuagbe is enough. The man decide to leave PDP. He decide not to join. He decide a party of his own, of his choice, and he's working. He say what is paining you people? Make una talk because I don't tell us the offense. When the make EFCC say they shut down their bank account for the poor. Because that account belongs to the poor. That's where they pay the poor civil servants. That is where they are doing so many things in their states. Make any tí ẹnìkan bá ń ṣe nǹkan tó dáa, kẹ́ bá yẹn kan sọ̀rọ̀ pé nǹkan tó dáa kò dáa o. What is not good is not good. Don't do things because of money or because of the position you have today. Think about tomorrow. Nobody knows tomorrow. Anything you want to do in this life, think before you do, because nobody knows tomorrow. This earth we are all visitors. We will not live it forever. As we are living, other children are coming. They are giving birth to others. What is your impact when you were a government, when you have power to change things and you could not change it? And you were oppressing the people that you know they are standing for truth, or the people you know they are on their own. The government are using you to oppress them. What is your benefit? You call yourself a pastor, you call yourself a Christian, you call yourself a EFCC chairman, and you are not doing the needful. Look at the sky that you can't see far, and look beyond the first heaven. Look beyond the second heaven. Look beyond the third heaven, and look around you people. Let's do the right thing. Please, open the bank of Oyo State people for them. Let their governor use it to pay their workers. People don't go work. At the end of the day, you know, see salary. I want to feed the people. I want to take care of the people. I want to take care of the family. Anything one that they do for this life, make una they counter. See emye fulele. See emye fulele, abi emye fule. See as it end. See emye fule as it end. And look at so many of them. When they get power, during the time of this late President Buhari, look many of them as they say they end now. Now only 8 years, 4 years, any years. Now you get to hold government. You cannot hold government forever. Whatever we do, let's think about our children. Let's think about our children. Let's think about our nation. Let's think about our country. Let's think what we are doing. Is it right? Is it wrong? Wherever you hear this video, share, let it get viral. Please, allow Osun State to breathe. Allow the governor to breathe. Allow the people in Osun State to breathe. Open their bank accounts so their governor can use it to work. Okay, because election don't they come. Una feel say the man go spend the money to win election. Time is coming. Nobody will spend money to win election. Let the mandate of the people speak. Or your people, or Osun people, they know what they want. Allow them to choose their governor. You don't impose people on people. You can't force governor to people because nana they choose, nana they dischoose. All this message is left for Oyo State. I've been in Osun State. I don't know. Davido, uncle, when he be the governor of a state. Osun people, it's left for you people to stand up. Fight for your rights. Fight for what belongs to you. Fight for what you want. You will not allow politicians to hold you down. To hold you people ransom. To come de pien una like calculator. To come de pien una like mumu. To come de pien una like say na they want them. Wait see. Power. See man we don't need a grave. See, they drag power. I don't know whether I want carry power. Go see God. Still go to rule heaven with God. Maybe one carry this power. When you join your ancestors, you can go to rule heaven with God. I don't understand. All these big men in power, all these rich men in power, all these politicians in power, all the judge in power, all the force in power, all the police in power, all everybody in power. You know say you hold power. When they go fit push you, say undo, and you can do without looking back. It's time. You people should stand and say enough is enough. You stand for truth. You stand for fairness. You stand for equity. And stand for justice. Man, when he died for his people, na hero. But when he died for silence, na goat, and na dekpemu, and na mumu, and na coward. Now let coward they die so many times before he dies. I tell people the age I am today, if I die, I will not regret it. I will not regret it. Because let's see the truth and speak it. We should stop pampering the truth. Release the account of Osun State governor. Let the man walk. I'm talking about the state that Davido uncle is the governor. I don't know them. They don't know me. Davido uncle don't know me. Davido don't know me. I don't know anybody. And I don't care to know anybody. But I'm here in social media to speak the truth. And nothing but the truth. If the truth will take my life, if the truth will take my soul, if the truth will take my body, I don't care. I will not stop speaking the truth. Anywhere you see this video, like, share, comment. Enough is enough.